Boom. Hello and good evening. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello. Good morning. Wherever and whenever you are. Oh, I forgot my own line. And welcome back to the misty, secluded forests of Barovia. It's very nice to have you all along for the ride with us tonight. I hope you enjoy our story. As I believe the VOD squad does every time as well. Thank you so much for coming and catching up with our story when you get the chance. We love having you along for the ride whenever you get the ability, the chance to do that. And thanks also to Syrinscape for music and sound effects, with extra music coming from Dark Fantasy Studio and over on YouTube, RPG maker Travis Savoy and Epic Journey. Now, let's jump back in and see what's going on. Having been left atop the Wizard's Tower of Lake Baratok, Vanta discovered an old shrine to the Raven Queen, hidden behind an animated suit of armor. Within lay the holy symbol of Ravenkind, the artifact foretold in her Tarokka reading, which then both revealed and helped destroy strange undead fey creatures seeking to steal her soul-imbued relics. Outside, the vampire lord Janda Sunstar had arrived, seeking revenge against Esmeralda Davanir for sending his soul to Avernus in the Nine Hells. The archdevil Poena, Duchess of Retribution, sensed his burning anger and brought him here to Barovia to exact punishment. Along with 2 direwolves brought from the Svarlik woods, he charged across the causeway to attack his prey and those who'd aid her. During the yet ongoing battle, Asara managed to slay the beasts with deft archery, whilst Krieg took to the skies, feathering the vampire with his vicious, barbed arrows. Whilst Janda found himself unable to break Esmeralda's dexterous defenses, not least in part to the Vistani curse she had placed upon him with her magical Tarokka deck, he was able to charm Xenicus to his defense, a worthy ally in his werewolf form. It was then that Carnival owner Rictavio revealed his true identity, being, in fact, Janda's other prey, the famed monster hunter and once ally of Esmeralda, Ayamaris. Also, the past mentor of Xenicus. He who helped the young elf deal with his lycanthropy. A curse which he, in fact, shares. We find ourselves surrounding the vampire lord and a surprised yet cautious Xenicus. And Ayamaris shouts out, calling his nemesis that he thought dealt with, he thought gone, from atop the seat of his carnival wagon. You are supposed to be in hell. Supposed to be paying for all those who've suffered. Supposed to be paying for the loss of my son. Ayamaris leans nonchalantly, not against, sorry, Amaris, excuse me. Janda leans nonchalantly against the wall. Come now, old wolf. You were the killer there. Amaris retorts, I did as I had to, releasing him from the abomination you'd turned him into. As opposed to the abomination Xenicus has turned you into. They kept that from you, didn't they, Esmeralda? They weren't just mentor and student. They were blood brothers, sharing the same curse. Esmeralda, how do you react to that? New information.
Did you know about blood brothers, exactly? Do I know about blood brothers?
He's referring to the fact that Amaris also appears to be a werewolf.
Okay, we're gonna process that for a bit. What's a thing that just happened that I was not expecting? Okay.
It seems Amaris had other reasons to drive you away that night in the woods long ago. It was, as you suspected, because of this new student of his, but maybe for your own safety rather than being surpassed for something new, someone.
Yeah, okay. Still, this is a massive shock. She'll turn to Amaris. Tell me he's lying. What is this? What is he saying about you? Amaris.
I'm sorry, Esmeralda. I was frightened. Janda chuckles. Music to my ears. Shut up, monster. I was frightened because of the Vistani curse placed upon me that led to the loss of my son in the first place. That all those under my care, all of those in league with me, would fall in darkness. You know, you read it, you know what I was going through in my journal.
Discuss this.
This is what...
Why didn't you tell me?
How could I? How could I tell you that mere 10 days before, a month or so before, the creatures that we'd been hunting had A, outsmarted me, and B, made me one of their own. Through no fault of their own, he says towards Xenicus.
Probably growling. In his charmed state.
Don't you think I should have had some say in this?
Look,
You just told me.
we can talk about this later. Let us finish what apparently was not done.
Evidently, someone else needs to be finished. We'll talk later.
And he spins on Janda Sunstar once more. You know what, Janda? I'm going to actually revel in this. I'm going to enjoy getting revenge for my son. That you turned into one of your spawn. Not once, but twice. And he spins to the wagon towards you, Asara, and Lady Vanta. And he says, Lady Vanta, it is as I hoped. that coming here, you would find what I could not. And he points to Asara. You see a very impressive piece of bling around Lady Vanta's neck. This large sun-shaped, crystal-bedecked amulet, which is definitely new. Thanks to you and your queen. Now we can do this properly. And he leaps up onto the top of the wagon with you two. And he turns, casts a long finger towards Janda Sunstar. Let's show him a real Sunstar. The combination of my lord Lathander and yours, your queen, the Raven Queen. Cast him into sunlight. And Vanta steps forward, clutching at this new piece of jewelry. You, Janda, are not really a proper vampire, are you? Bit of a pretender to the throne round these parts, wouldn't you say? Now, the vampire lord Strahd. Oh, my queen and I have plans for him. You're not really worth it. Let me, shed some light on the situation for you. And she closes her eyes, and there's just a poof as the amulet pulses with magical energy, and sunlight pours out from the amulet in a 30-foot radius all around you, lighting up the island, glistening off the water of Lake Baratok, and right up to the edge of the trees back across the causeway. And Janda hisses and goes back against the wall, trying to shade his eyes. He's like, no. No. There is no sunlight here. It is his. He is the land. He controls it. I was to be safe. I was to be protected. And Vanta says, no, there's no protection here from my queen. And Iamaris, who had delayed his turn to after Vanta, says, and let's keep his hands off you, shall we? And he places his hand on her shoulder, and there's a almost like bell sound just rings through the air, pure crystalline almost sound, as he casts Sanctuary on Vanta. And as for my parts, now that I've done toying with those pets of yours, Janda, yes, Xenicus turned me. Yes, it is something that I have perfect control of. More than he has, it seems, even to this day, he says rather disapprovingly. And let us show you what the Order of the Lycan can do. He stretches his back up, and his chest bulges out, and his arms elongate and almost go strangely jointed the wrong way. And he's like, and you see his jaws start to elongate and spread, and his teeth jut from out of his mouth, and his eyes go a yellow color, and dark grey fur, and with shot through with strands of white, sprouts from all over his body as he rears up taller, stronger, and much more massive than before. And you see a second werewolf. No. Esmeralda, let's finish this. And we are back in initiative.
Ooh.
Whoa. After Vanta does all that stuff, it's going to be like, it's better than a book.
She's
big,
like,
like
it's okay.
50 feet up in the air, and he's just like, "What?"
Is that he couldn't really hear it all? He's like, wait, what are you guys saying?
And then just sun explosion. What's going on?
Okay, so it is back to our turn order here, and after Iamaris having put himself after Lady Vanta Blackspire, it is you, Asara. What do you do?
I will. I was far too engrossed.
And Krieg, you're on deck.
I'm just gonna fire at him. And I believe I gave myself unarmed strike. Or not strike. I gave myself what was it? Steady aim.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me advantage, so I can do sneak attack as well.
Yes.
That will be 14 to hit.
On Janda.
Yeah.
It is not enough, I'm afraid. As he's writhing and he's almost starting to smoke almost in this sunlight, and he's just like thrailing around, very quite difficult to hit unintentionally, but unfortunately.
Damn your necklace. And that'll be me.
Okie doke. So Crick, what you do?
All right, we're gonna take another 2 shots.
Esmeralda, you next.
All right. Let's see. First one is 21 to hit.
Say again, sorry.
21 to hit.
That'll do.
So that's another barbed arrow. And he is still Hunter's Mark.
Okie doke.
And I'm going to agitate the swarm on this one.
Okay.
So that's going to be 18 piercing damage and 4 force damage.
18 piercing and
4 force damage.
force damage. Now,
Yeah.
if you'll remember last week, Esmeralda cursed Janda Sunstar so that he is vulnerable to piercing damage, whereas before he was resistant to non-magical piercing damage. So, if you cause non-magical, it is a straight damage roll. If you cause magical piercing, it is doubled. So, that, I believe, was straight piercing damage, yes?
Yeah, the
Just
first,
regular.
The 18 was, yeah.
Yes, right. So that is 22 damage.
Nice.
Very nice.
And we got one more.
Okay, doke. Let's go.
Second shot is... That's only a 16.
16 misses, I'm afraid.
Alright. So it's 1 hit, 1 miss. So now
Okay.
he has 4 barbed arrows in him.
Well and truly feathered.
So I'll keep that in mind.
Yep. Okay, doke. Thank you. And any other bonus actions or anything? You all good?
Me.
Okay. Esmeralda, how about it?
I am going to go for it with my swords, because I have a lot. So first off, I'm going to attack with my rapier. That come up. So he's cursed. I have to check again what the curse is. Do I get advantage on hitting him, or does he just have? He just has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks.
Yes. It's
Okay, so
a
I'm
curse
guessing
effect
that-
will be just like all negative stuff for him rather than helping you guys, I think.
Well, I rolled a nat one, so let's.
Unfortunately, you can't have
loudly.
you can't have double disadvantage because the sunlight also does that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Never
So
mind.
it's all just grab disadvantage? Okay. Well, let's try again. That hit?
How much is that? 24? Yes.
Hey, so it's 7 piercing. I think it's straight up piercing.
Okay. So that
And
is
then-
not his vulnerable one, I'm afraid.
That's okay. And I'm going to lastly attack with my silvered short sword.
Mm-hmm. Now remember,
See
we
if
were,
that-
we found out last time they are not susceptible to silvered weapons. Seems to be
remember,
seems to
but
be
is that
the
my hand
werewolves around about these plants that have that problem.
Is that my hand axe? And there's really kind of this one has to listen to the other. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's misses though because
Okay.
it's a 9 again.
Yes, I'm afraid that is a miss. Okay,
I'm
anything
like
else?
just landing.
Seneca's, you're up.
I don't think I can do anything else at the moment. Oh, I'm good.
Okay. And next up, Zeneca
So,
Sguahin.
Still under the charm effect,
Yes.
because realizing that Esmeralda's the biggest threat to Sunstar, which
Alright.
is he was ordered
That's
to
the thing.
he was ordered to fend, is going to try and grapple her, like to kind of pull her off from being able to do any more attacks.
Okie doke.
So
Grapple
yeah,
me or Vampo? Who did you say?
to Esmeralda,
Oh, okay.
the one who just attacked him. So,
Yep.
Right.
because he has to try and defend.
Okay, so please make an athletics check. And Esmeralda, you can do athletics or acrobatics.
Cool. I have advantage because
gonna
I'm in
choose
werewolf form.
acrobatics.
Oh wow, that I rolled the same thing twice.
Which was?
Plus my acrobatics, so plus my athletics, it's a +2, so it's a 5 with advantage.
Ass Esmeralda, kick his ass.
I rolled a 3
Give me
and
a
a
second, I
3.
need to.
Bad luck.
Oof,
You basically need a
I
nat
think
1
I can,
to
unless
fail.
we're on that one.
Yeah.
Let's see what I get.
11, you're okay.
Wasn't it? Is it coming up?
So yes, you dance out of the way.
Oh no, that's a 26. That's nice. Yeah.
Oh, there
I
you
think
go.
that beats my 5.
Oh, it went through the first time. You got 11 the first time.
I'm still slow. There's a bit of delay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Anyways, yeah, 11.
Yep, you nimbly dodge out of the way as Seneca's goes with you, his big hairy arms. Just like, "Rawr, rawr."
Mm.
Nope.
That's a good name.
I've been
Okay.
noping this entire fight.
Anything else, Seneca's?
That's unfortunately all I can do right now.
Okay. Now, it is the vampire's turn. He looks smug, and he's smug for a reason, because up until this point, Esmeralda, you certainly would have noticed this being in such close contact with him for quite a lot of this fight already. At the start of his turn, every time, he was regenerating some of his wounds. But as he finds himself now, bathed in this all-encompassing sunlight, not only can he not regenerate, the burning, singed sound of sizzling flesh becomes a little more intense, and he takes 20 radiant damage for starting his turn
Oh shit.
in the sunlight, and
Like
is
that.
unable to regenerate what he
Sorry.
lost before.
Sorry, we don't like that.
It's called stale message. And he's like, no, you at least can come with me. And he wields his massive infernal iron longsword and slashes down towards you, Esmeralda. Let's see here.
Well done.
Shoop. 16?
Disadvantage.
16?
I think that misses me. It does. It misses me.
Wow, what's your... Oh, wow, 17. Yeah, look at that. Yikes.
17.
Okay, and he goes, he whirls it round again. 14. Is that disadvantage because he is also...
Nope.
His luck is cursed by your Tarokka deck, your magical Tarokka deck. And he's just like lashing out at you. You're like dodging out of the way, like swinging around the post on the scaffolding that's up against the tower here. And
And
just
sometimes
like,
I'm dancing around the standing dance or something, having a great time with this.
Okay. Let's see here. There's that. What's this? Da-da-da. Oh, good. I was like, okay, can I polymorph into a bat and then go after Krieg? But it's like the first part of the shape changer thing here. If the vampire isn't in sunlight.
So new.
Yeah, Vantis was like, no, not that either. No. He's like, curse you and your new swarm of rats. It's you, Esmeralda.
Oh.
And there is a low growl as we can see behind Stephanie there is a skulking, sneaking, saber-toothed tiger sneaking along. Look at him hiding there over your shoulder.
Very dangerous.
As Ramesses starts coming over here and looks up towards Iamaris on the wagon, and Iamaris reaches out a heavily furred and clawed hand. He's like, Ramesses, no. This one is for Daddy and Esmeralda.
Jander does take 4 bleed damage from the barbed arrow.
Yeah, thank you. And
Right there.
Ramesses, hackles still up, is going to be just there, almost just like a coiled spring, just waiting just to leap on the vampire and just lay into him. And it is Vanta's turn. And she's like, how is everyone doing? She looks around.
I think Lindsay's just a little hurt, but
Yeah, is
how are you guys doing?
How are you all doing? Is anyone? Now, she had triggered her Twilight Sanctuary, hadn't she?
Yep.
So
We're
let
getting
me just quickly read this for
temporary
myself.
HP.
The sphere centered on you has a 30-foot radius, blah, blah, blah. The sphere moves with you, lasts for a minute. Whenever a creature ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant them a temporary HP or end an effect. Okay. Boom. Zenicus, sorry, I would have done that if I'd known that before. So at the end of your turn, you just see her. It's like, Zenicus, down boy, and she ends that charm effect on her.
Great, I love it.
I'm gonna get told off by Emma for playing bands like this. Sorry, Emma, if you watch this later.
That was very, very Vanta.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get that. It's just there's that balance, that seesaw of snark and giving a shit or not about other people. I'm not sure. It's difficult.
You need the big doll eyes, just like, wait, down there.
Yeah.
Big.
What is it that people say? Bad dog.
Like, he's now charmed to attack again.
Well, she is in Sanctuary, so good luck with that. Now, yes, so she ends that on you. Nice. That's a nice little dude out there, which I am going to have to watch out for in the future.
Very useful. Very, very useful.
That is okay. So, but that was at the end of your turn, because the Twilight Sanctuary is still up, and let's see what she can do of her own volition. She's not going to do anything like violent against him, because that will end the Sanctuary effect on her. Let's see here. Excuse me, everybody. Juggling player characters who are away, and also my own stuff. Sanctuary. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects the enemy creature, then the spell ends. Okay. I was wondering if she could cast Fairy Fire on him, but that wouldn't do it, would it? That wouldn't be okay. No bueno. Okay, so sorry, I'd forgotten I'd gone from her spell page onto her equipment page, and I thought I was still looking at spells. I was like, what does blanket do?
The most powerful spell.
Do it.
Just cast it out, kind of like waving it around, get the dust off it.
That's sweet.
Vanta, you're doing it wrong.
Okay, that will hurt them. That will hurt them. Yeah. So is anyone injured? Quite
Yes.
to any extent. Okay. She's
Doing a little thing.
she's gonna be like, Esmeralda, be well, and she casts a healing word on you,
It's 'cause we're friends.
and that is
Welcome.
just five HP.
It's great.
Sorry,
Love
every
it.
little
One of my
helps.
scars. It's cute.
And and then she continues focusing on the amulets and maintaining this sunlight as Emerus is growling and regarding her almost. And it is his turn, and he looks at her and he's like, "I'm sorry, my lady. I must leave you to the able care of Asara. Come here." And he just dives off the wagon and just goes flying, tooth and claw, at Janda Sunstar. Now, where is this? So many toys to play with. Okay. So Janda has a AC of 18. He's pretty, because he's got this fancy armor on. So he's pretty awesome. And
It's a shame he's got that armor, isn't it?
okay, what can we do here, Mike? We could just do a claw attack, right?
Yep.
And
Claw
what's the difference between the two ones there? The one that's the +8 and the +2?
You can choose Dex or Strength,
Okay, cool.
so it's like whichever one is better for you.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Right,
If
so
he's level 5, he'll attack twice, and then as a bonus action, he can use Predatory Strikes, which gets another attack.
okay, he will use his Dex, which is going for that, and so he's going to roll that, coming at that fella there. This one. Okay, so yeah, he just lashes out with his claws, trying to tear into Janda Sunstar, and gets 21. Haha. And that is 3. 3. What kind of damage is that?
It'll be slashing if it's the claws.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 slashing damage on the first one, and he goes to attack again. Miss on the second one, unfortunately. Okay.
And he
So-
can, as a bonus action, he can do another one.
Oh, there's one more. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm guessing he's at least level 5.
He's
so,
yeah, he is. Yeah.
So level
that's-
5, you get when you attack, you get 2 attacks. Then as a bonus action, you get your offhand attack.
Awesome. Okay, that was a miss, unfortunately, but he does tear a chunk out of his side with one of his claws. He's like, "Nah, back to the hells! Back to the hells!" And is tearing into him there. And then Asara.
So that's gonna be I can't push the button to talk and push the button to roll. 23.
That'll hit.
That's gonna be 8 piercing damage, and I actually forgot last time to add steady aim, so there's no extra on that, but I will do steady aim now for my next turn. And I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. So what was the damage for the for that hit?
8 piercing.
8 piercing. Thank you. Okay, and that was the one you used, wasn't it, Esmeralda?
Yeah, it was piercing.
yes,
but
piercing.
it's-
Yes. Okay.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. It's going to be me being distracted by doing that whole spiel at the start of things. I just realized that all the tokens are in completely the wrong place. That's Senecas. That is Esmeralda. That is Krieg. And, of course, this is Asara.
Ah, for the. Oh, on the stream.
Yeah, on the overlay.
I was looking on the Roll20. I'm like, nah, they're in the right places. What's going on?
That's not really good.
That's
Everyone's
good.
It's okay.
rather-
It's okay.
Pretty
Sorted.
sure I know
Sorted.
this giant horse.
Sorted.
The giant horse
Alright.
is still
Choose the
there,
horse, by
like
the way.
tied up, panicking in the corner.
Worth it. Worth it from.
And
We have a mystery horse.
okay, so Crick, what you up to?
Taking 2 more shots.
Okie dokie.
First one is 25 to hit.
That'll do it. Are you still with barbed arrows? How many of these things have you got?
Yeah, I had 20. I'm down
Down to how many, sorry?
14.
Okay.
Ooh, that was a 1, so Piercer lets me re-roll that.
Nice.
Okay, so that's gonna be... I think that's 8 plus Hunter's Mark is... So that's 18 normal piercing damage and 4 piercing the swarm.
18 piercing
Yeah, and then 4
and
force.
4. Oh, same as last time.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, thank you. So,
Mhm.
yes, he snarls at you. He's like, come down here and say that.
I will! The second shot's a crit.
Natural 20.
So Krieg will say, gladly, and then shoot the second arrow. Hold on, I need to double check because I think one of my feats has something about fitting. Oh no, that's Warcaster. That's
Yeah,
War.
that's different. Yeah.
So crit is just
The other bird.
double dice, right?
Just double the dice. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks everyone for coming back to watch. Just while waiting for all of these dice to roll. It's lovely to have you all here. Thanks for the follows.
All right, so that's 7 plus 5 is 12, and that's a 1, so Piercer lets me re-roll that. And
it's a
7.
1 again.
It's 19.
17. Okay. Of piercing.
All straight piercing, yeah.
Okay. Jander is looking very, very bad.
Die.
Wahahaha.
Okie doke. And you're all done?
That's me, yeah.
Okay. Esmeralda.
So I have holy water.
As you do.
Yes, you do.
Do as you do. How would I go about smashing it into his face exactly?
You just roll hits. Roll to hit with your dexterity.
Okay, give me a second. Ooh, that's me 12. Nope.
Okay. So yeah, he
Just
you
on
pull
farmer
out
and
this
fiddle at it.
you pull out this ornate glass vial and just like lunge towards him, but he just he dodges to the side and you just smash into the rock of the tower, and just unfortunately the blessed water anoints the tower of Kazan.
Well, it glistens nicely in the background and perhaps covers the sunlight. I know. Oh well. I tried.
Bad luck. Anything else?
It just sees Gender struggling there. She's sort of a little bit of like a half smile and say, "These rats seem to be giving you a run for your money."
Okay. And Xenicus, free to do as you will.
He is going to like run past and then barge, as if he's going to barge in front of Esmeralda to kind of like protect Sunstar. Except like he's going to like kind of, as he's kind of leaning in to turn to bash into her, he's going to turn around and just slash across Sunstar's face.
Give me a deception check.
Oh. I don't think I'm.
Half a
good at
second
that.
thought it was gonna be me. You're gonna slash across the face.
Yeah.
We still have
Only a
things we need
plus.
to talk about.
Only a +1. Ooh. It's an 11. It's probably
okay.
not going to be good enough.
Unfortunately, he twigs what you're about to do. His passive perception is 17. And he brings up his guard, and you do not get advantage, I'm afraid.
Trying to be creative about
Mm,
this.
yeah, that's
what
yeah.
you said last week.
That was that's one of those things I said last time. Yeah, which that's the one you have to try and roll for.
Yeah. Okay, so just my normal attacks then.
Okay.
Ooh, no, it's not. I thought that was a 20, but then it rolled over the last second.
Ooh, nearly.
That's 16.
16. Okay, that is not enough, I'm afraid, as your claws almost spark off the stonework of the of the tower there, and your follow through kind of almost like goes off over towards the back haunches of the horse that's kind of pulling at the
Poor thing.
pulling at the scaffolding, and Eamaris kind of chides you for that. He's like, Sinicus, be careful, Maxine's very delicate. He's like, I only just picked her up in Waterdeep.
When you said zip really fast, it definitely sounded like silly goose. I was like, what?
Well, the second hit is a 22.
That'll hit.
But like as he slashes, he turns around and does a middle finger with the other hand. Yeah,
I meant to do that.
so like, fuck you, I got this. So that is. Ooh, that is 5 plus 6, 11. Yeah, 11 slashing damage. So unfortunately, no weakness.
11 slashing. Okay, so that is halved, I'm afraid. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And then last attack. Nat 1, so never mind.
Okay. You hear. It's a strange thing. And Asara, I'm gonna test your memory here.
Oh no. About to not look good.
Maxine? Michael remembers. I can see.
That's
Bonjour.
The lady with she gave me a gift.
Tin.
Not the lady who gave me a gift.
The hint was bonjour.
Ed.
Hint.
Oh,
This is
I'm not going to give you any more hints than that.
this is
I mean,
something.
that's more than fair.
This is
but-
something that breezed through your backstory as we were talking about it right back at the beginning.
Oh, backstory. Interesting. Ooh, very interesting.
I will help you. You
Is that the?
yes?
Go ahead. No.
No, go on, please.
No, I don't know.
Go
I
on,
don't
go on.
know.
I want to see if you're right. Go on, go on.
It was gonna be wrong. It was gonna be wrong.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It's so much worse if I say something that's wrong.
It's okay.
I does not know.
Oh.
But if Xenicus knows, it's not what I think it is.
It's no, Michael knows from another campaign.
And Stephen knows too. Thanks, Joseph.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not whatever I thought it was.
You, when you first saw this horse, were reminded nostalgically, and you thought for a moment, but no, it couldn't be, not here, beyond the mists in Barovia. You were reminded of one of your stranger contacts that you had when you were in Waterdeep and working in Waterdeep.
Oh, yo! What is it? No. It's not. It's not that either.
Mm-mm.
No.
You were reminded of Maxine, the talking draft horse. A Harper agent that works in Waterdeep. And who picked up a teensy bit of an accent when they were working in the drow cities of the Underdark, traveling between them as a simple drow, draft horse for the caravans, coming and going between Guntelgrim and the Sverfneblin settlements down there, and then over, even sometimes as far, well, as often as possible, near the drow outposts and cities that she might gather intelligence for your friends.
There was no way that Maxine the horse was gonna come up.
No, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
No,
But
no.
I was like, it's the book lady, and then I was like, at
Who
least it
might-
was related.
who Michael has also saved, actually. Do you remember you saved you
The book that in the list of the library
The-
thing with
the
the, mini
one that-
gazer.
yeah, the mini gazer in the bookshop.
That's hilarious.
That was in Steph's backstory. No,
Not specifically Maxine the horse.
yes. And you hear a voice, Xenicus. You hear a voice, and you're not sure where it came from, but you just hear this urgent urging, willing you on to do something. Free the horse. Cut it free. Free the horse. And if you wish, your bonus action could be to lash out at the reins that tie this horse to the scaffolding. This poor horse.
I mean, my turn's done.
But you could use your bonus action.
I've used it. That was my third attack.
Ooh. That crappy
That's
sort of
saying my
attack.
turn's done.
Crap. Well,
I will
you hear
lead
that.
the horse.
That's what I'm
You
saying,
hear
I'm done.
that.
Like, I
You
can't do
hear
anything.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot
Oh,
that
no,
was.
I'm
I thought that was a
way
bonus
far
action.
behind.
I can't. I forget. There's. Yeah. Bonus action. Attacks on bonus actions are fairly rare, aren't they? Okay. Janda. Snarls at you all and just like looks at you all like two werewolves flanking Esmeralda. It's just, I want to see this so much. It's such an incredible scene. There's this Esmeralda right in front of him, just
I'm
like going,
in the background.
ready to like take him out, and
Someone's
then
sitting off the water.
flanked by these giant werewolves. He turns, he's like, and he looks up at the wagon, past you, Asara, at Vanta. He's like, this damned sunlight. This is all you witch. And he dances round to here first, and Rictavio goes for him.
Have you? You mean Amaris?
Imaris. He goes by both names. Gets a natural 1. So he dances out of the way of Rictavio, dances
Definitely
round
gets
by
a smirking
Xenicus.
snarl. Definitely gets a smirking
Again,
snarl
an
when he
opportunity
missed.
attack?
Esmeralda, you do get an attack of opportunity if you wish.
I do wish.
When you wish upon an opportunity attack.
Gonna work to 13.
That's a miss, I'm afraid. And then he is going to leap over this fire with a... Let's see. Whoop. Oh, yes, even with a disadvantage, it's a 22. And he jumps over the fire. Xenicus? Are you going to go for him?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna use my reaction.
At the same time, you also hear, "Oh, thank you for the follow." You
Wait,
also,
is that
you
what we
also,
hear?
What an odd thing to hear.
damn it.
My opportunity attack is a 22.
That hits. And also as you do, the horse violently kicks out with its back legs towards him. It's like, "Take this, you bastard!" You hear that in your
What?
mind,
I like this horse.
What?
but she misses, unfortunately.
10 slashing damage from me and a confused look.
10 slashing. Okay, that is halved. There's not enough to take him down, and so he just dives over, almost like going feral, like was diving onto his hands and like leaping, like kind of parkouring across the fire flames, dying down as they were anyway. And he comes charging towards you two, Asara and Vanta, and he clambers up onto the thing, and he just goes for Vanta. But as he does so, he has to make a check here. Just a moment. Any creature that targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. And
Interesting.
Rictavio's,
It's advantage.
Iamaris's thing. Shut up, you. is 15. A wisdom saving throw with disadvantage. DC 15. 14.
Oh.
Yes.
So
Yes.
he jumps out of Ayamaris's clawed attack. He ducks under the rapier of Esmeralda as it flashes out towards him. He slides, kind of sliding along the ground under the hooves of this horse as they kick out towards him. And and as he bounds up from that, he gets a slash across the back from Xenicus's claws as he dives over the fire, clambers up onto the wagon, and he's like, and he comes towards Vanta, and she's like, oh no. And as he comes like charging straight towards her, he gets almost caught, as if like caught in a spider's web, like just in front of her, and so there's this and the air in front of him just ripples like there's some kind of invisible barrier surrounding her, and Ayamaris smiles and he's like,
Cool.
no, Janda. She's with us, protected by us, protection which does not extend to you. Ramses, sick 'em. And Ramses just leaps up onto and the wagon violently tips. Can I get a dexterity saving throw, Asara?
Giant fuck off. Live.
Oh yes, 25.
Nice. Okay. So the wagon like violently tips to the side as Ramses leaps up onto the edge and pulls himself over the rim of the wagon top, and you almost get pitched off, but you manage to surf it. And Vanta kind of just like plumps down onto her bottom and just like sits cross-legged. She's like, oh, but it's okay. And Ramses just goes and just like leaps for the vampire lord. Ramses, come here. Where are you? Gonna go with his
We get just enough
claws.
talking animals.
Natural 20!
Ah! Anything all night, I don't think.
Come on,
Or
Ramses.
last week
Come
as
on,
well,
Ramses.
Missed every single time.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Where can he go?
Okay,
Tried so hard.
ladies and gentlemen. Janda Sunstar had 14 HP remaining.
Oh my god!
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 17 HP remaining.
Shit, really.
Everyone else can see chat, can't you? Yeah, these are not
Yep.
whispered rolls. With
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
natural
see that
20, Ramses got an 11 and a 7, which adds up to...
6.
Thank you. No.
That's why you're an English teacher, Michael.
18. But wait,
Gene.
18 slashing damage.
So it's halved.
It's halved to 9. He's not going to steal your kill, do not worry. But
Oh, but he did take
another time.
Oh yeah, but
He
yeah.
took 6 points of bleed damage, however.
Hang on. Let me do this. So that's 18 reduced to 9. And sorry, how much? 6?
6.
6, okay, which is reduced to 3. Okay, so he's like, these arrows are just like wobbling around in his back and front, and they're just like digging into him. He's like, "Ah!" and he's trying to force his way like through this physical barrier that's stopping him getting to Vanta, and Vanta's just very calmly sat there. He's like, no, and he's just like, and just trying to get through, and it is Vanta's turn.
Got like a what's that? There is a spell that does that. It's like a cleric spell. It's like touch of something or other.
Boop spell?
Cool.
There is like a boop spell that deals like cleric damage and stuff like that. Boop. What is it? I need to look
Holy
up cleric.
holy boop.
Cleric spell.
Doesn't exist, it should.
It sounds a bit worse. than that,
Okay,
that's it.
she has inflict wounds.
That's it. Yeah, inflict wounds, but it's a touch spell, so it's basically cleric
Mm-hmm.
boop.
Yep.
Very painful
Um,
boop.
I'm gonna try it. She's gonna break the sanctuary on herself, but she has faith that you will destroy him before he looks absolutely awful. Before it comes around to his turn again, and she's like, she holds and she slowly stands up from where she was knocked onto the top of the wagon by Ramses clambering up, and she slowly stands up and looks up at the top of the tower with the flock of ravens circling and up in arms up in the sky, cawing loudly in support. And she nods, she closes her eyes and she's like, for my queen, Janda Sunstar. There are those souls that live eternal with me here. Yours will not. Go back from whence you came. And she just reaches out slowly and just touches him on the forehead. And there's just a boom of black energy, as black as raven wings, as it just engulfs him. And she still has to try and hit. So that is 22.
No.
Yee!
Okay, and his thing was 18. That is 3d10. Come on.
Fail.
23.
Oh, jeez.
Girl.
Really high.
Yeah.
Look what
Wow.
happens, John.
So she stands up, and actually, I'm gonna wreck on that slightly. She glances up, and she's like, "Yours, however, will not live on in eternity. Get back from whence you came." And she just takes his head, like in both of her hands, and says, "Go with the Raven Queen's blessing." And there's just an eruption of black feathers spinning around the two of them, and they both disappear, even from you, Asara, who's right there. They both disappear from view, and you're like, Vanta, and spinning around, and you can hear her voice, but it's drowned out by this whirling wind and the spinning feathers that are just twirling round and round. And she, as the spell starts to die down and the feathers die away, you see Vanta clasping once again the amulet, the holy symbol of Ravenkind. He's gone.
Damn, Vanta.
What?
That was well done.
Oh, can I turn this off now? She turns off the sun. Turns off the sunlight. And but she leaves her Twilight Sanctuary up, and she's like, "Oh, that's better."
We're gonna regret that tomorrow.
How so?
Ah, the pits. Sending him back.
I was out of character.
Hell.
No, I was gonna say, how so? Now,
I don't know.
Esmeralda, you know farewell that when a vampire dies, they revert into a misty form which escapes off to their lair, where they can regenerate and come back. But as you lunge forward, trying to, because you can attack this misty form, as you lunge forward, trying to prevent it from escaping, forgetting some of your training in the kind of heat of the moment, a huge, hairy, clawed hand from Ayamaris comes down on your shoulder, and he's like, Esmeralda, remember? The sunlight. There was no escape.
It is done.
Why do you think
Yes.
Why do I think I had you send them in the tower so quickly? And he
You
turns,
found some good friends here.
and he goes back down to the elven form that you saw at first. I believe introductions are in order.
Senecas is
so
still in a bit of
hoarse.
a defensive position.
Are we out of initiative?
Yes.
Okay. Craig, like having seen all of this mess from like 60 feet up in the air. He's gonna down like, what is going on? Never mind, and like come back down. Like it kind of clicks into place that the jander's gone, and he is gonna fly back down and land next to this fire.
Yes. Sorry, let me just do this for you. Nice cathartic action here. Boop.
Yay. His big X.
A
through his
boop.
face.
There's your
Not a
boop.
boop.
There's your boop.
Oh no.
And Imars turns around. There's just this huge saber-toothed tiger butt just like hanging off the edge of the wagon. And he's just like pushing it out the side. It's like,
But
Ramses, move! And he kind of plops down. Just like a big raspy tongue of Imars' face. And he's like, ah! Yes, good
like
job.
on his hair.
Good job, boy. Good job. And Imars bids you towards the fire. I'll stoke this up larger later on, and we can dispose of that. And he shoves Jander's corpse off the wagon. It just flops unceremoniously onto the ground.
I could use a drink if you have one.
Yes, couldn't we all?
Can I try to my arrows from his corpse?
Absolutely.
Just try.
At least one of them at least missed, so you do have like a proper arrow still lying on the
I
floor.
did miss. I missed 1 silver arrow and 2 barbed arrows, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go pick those back up,
Um,
and then
hang on,
Mine.
hang on.
sure.
How many of them are in the
Yeah, I
usable
was gonna
condition?
ask, like, you know, what people-
Both the barbed arrows are okay,
Okay,
and the silver one you find too.
nice.
Nice.
Do I need
And
to make
how many were stuck in Jander?
6?
That's
Two
ridiculous.
two of them are still okay.
Okay.
The most recent ones, I think. The ones that you fired at the start got all bent out of shape, and
Yeah.
He was like
I
moving
know.
around and
Must
stuff.
be
Yeah.
powers and things. Yeah.
one of them's just you don't want to pull it out.
Ugh.
What was that creepy laugh?
These would say.
It's
Imars,
still in a very defensive position, kind of staring at those two.
Imars walks over. Maxine, you okay, girl? Oui. And he comes over. Imars comes over to you, Xenicus.
Takes a step back.
Hello, Xenicus. Hello, Dave. Sorry. What are you trying to do, Dave?
Dang. He nods, but still clearly in a defensive position. Like he's not really sure what to expect from this encounter.
Don't worry. I stopped hunting you a while ago. Moved on to bigger fish.
Takes a deep breath. Realizes that the rest of his party is kind of now like completely flanking these two. Kind of it gives a look to Asara, he just kind of like gives a quick look, just eyes towards Asara, and then like eyes towards Krieg. Looks towards Fanta, but she's like looking away probably.
Yeah. she's just looking up at the ravens circling the
Like,
tower.
looking
It's like,
completely-
oh,
La 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 la.
my friends.
Right. Definitely gives them all like a look, and then like does the painful transformation back. Let me find it.
Never get used to that.
The
And-
most horrible crunching clicks. The bones snap back into place.
That was
Imars
awful.
steadies you as you make the transformation. Still not quite there. Falling under the vampire's charms whilst changed? Come on, Azekis. You're better than that. with your advantage on the save.
Yes. I rolled that like every time I rolled double dice in the last 2 sessions, I rolled the same thing on both. Like the odds of that are
my God.
ridiculous.
It's Zohath Snake Eyes coming to haunt you.
Yeah.
Ah.
But he does kind of glower at that, but he's still like he's wary and he's a little bit like unsure how to deal with this, especially with the last encounter he had
Imaris extends a hand.
in a threatening way.
Who's dagger?
No.
No.
Just right into your eyes.
Yes. No, he just.
Yeah, he's Three Stooges. Here.
A handshake. Allow me to clear what apparently needs to be cleared up.
Zeneca's like shakes the hand, but it's clear that he's not happy about it. Like he's still, I mean, especially considering the last time he left the Amaris, he's still like, he's not sure. Like he knows what like his his people, the Blood Hunters' job is and what they do, and he's not sure that anyone would just give up a hunt. So he's still a bit unsure. Like he's like taking the words, but like his mind is still not convinced yet.
Mhm.
So he does shake the hand, but like eyes definitely making sure to keep watching both that hand and the other hand just in case.
He shakes it firmly. And he looks up at you, Asara and Vanta, and he's like, "Come down, you two. What are you doing?"
I jump down and I go, Maxine!
I wasn't
What?
sure. I wasn't sure if it was you. I hoped, hope beyond hope, but what are you doing here?
We're looking for children.
Are you also looking for Shattermast? I am looking for Shattermast too.
Who?
Good lord, girl, your friend who you're chasing.
Yes! The one with one eye. Yep.
Not a tad.
The one with one eye.
The one whose monocle we found.
Yes, yes.
Kamaria Shattermast was her name. You never actually met her in character, to be fair.
That's half of the reason. Most of the reason now, as I'm sure whatever children we're searching for are dead.
The intelligence that I have been able to gather in my short time here is suggested otherwise. It is the children they take are transformed and used to bolster the numbers of the pack. But after a very barbaric ritual, they are set against each other. It is only the strongest, the ones that survive, that are turned. Now, the rest of you used to see Asara just go like dashing across to this horse, and they're having an earnest conversation. And it's not
Like, I was going to ask it. We can hear the horse. Yeah,
it's not telepathic. They're talking to each other.
That has definitely shocked like Zeneca out of his like I'm focused on Amaris and making sure he doesn't kill me. He's just staring like, what the holy fuck is going on?
Rig has the complete opposite reaction because he's talked to Ramses totally naturally before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he never, like, he wouldn't make the connection that Asara's just not using magic to talk to the horse, and that maybe he somehow just kind of switched his on, and he's just like completely disregarding what's happening.
I mean, why doesn't everyone just talk to animals?
Yeah.
Why doesn't this be the case all the time?
Missing out on all these conversations.
Do not?
Maxine, that's awful. How did you find this out?
I have been spying. Esmeralda too.
I'm gonna lean back. Is Esmeralda in earshot?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, just over by the fire there.
How did you watch this happen? Now just shouting over the fire, talking to a horse and shouting over the fire at Esmeralda, and everyone's just like,
No, actually,
I'm sorry.
Esmeralda, in your reconnaissance of the werewolf den, you did not see this happening, but you, on one of your sorties into the Spharic Woods, were lucky enough to find one of the pack. I can't remember what her name is. I'm sorry. But I'll tell you later. One of the pack who is very much against this way of increasing the pack's numbers. She thinks it should be just it should be just through breeding of the pack as normal. And she talked with you for a while before having to go back and not be missed from the hunting group that she was with that came across. Luckily it was her that came across you and found you in your hiding spot as you were scoping out that part of the woods.
Do I have a way to contact her again if I want to?
No, she just ran off away from you.
Good. But at least I can confirm that is what they're doing.
Yes.
and I'm going to turn to both the boys and be like, do you hear this? Do you hear this? Where are they?
Yeah, I hear the horse talking. What the hell?
Wait, you can?
Look,
And
you're a dog.
Amaris looks over his shoulder and he's like, Maxine, it's okay. Come on. Join us by the fire. And the horse just kind of plods over. She's like, Madame,
It's
monsieur.
out the way.
Grabs a beer.
Zegas definitely like moves out of the way of the horse, like, whoa.
And she comes over and she's like, Mesdames et messieurs, comment va? She speaks Draconic too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Draconic as well suddenly. So Zedekis has no idea what she said
She's
because he does not.
terrible show off. No, that was me just mixing,
Maxine is
getting
talking
foreign
horses
languages
on
in my
you.
head mixed up. Sorry, she says bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Hey, Paul, she likes.
I'm
I
gonna
was,
laugh and pat her and be like, it's nice how we switched accents.
We were worried about you too, Asara. You've been gone for so long. Weren't you in the employ of the Duchess of Daggerford, Lady Morwen?
Yes, I was. And she's actually the one who sent us here.
I see.
We've been here for what feels like ages. How long has it been, really?
It's a good question.
Like a week or so.
Like
yeah,
a week?
a tops. Yeah. You left. Yeah, you left the Sword Coast on the 1st of the month, which is very easy, and it is the 6th.
Not even a week.
We've only been here 5 days. 6 days.
And we've already been kicked out of our town.
Oh yeah, we
Especially
were. I'm
for
gonna
us to
turn
be
to
that.
Zenekas and be like, we were kicked out of a town.
And Amaris is like, hey, we got that in common.
Did they say that you were a demon again and chase you out with pitchforks?
No, I was kicked out with you, remember?
We
Oh
let him
yeah, you were there.
Yes, in my other guy. He's like, oh, where's my hat? And he goes over and retrieves his hat and puts it on. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry, that's exhausting. I'm going to stop that. He briefly bumps into Rictavio and then back out into Iamaris. He's like, I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. At least here. I'm sorry if I got you in trouble in town. I was trying to test you, boy. I was trying to see if you... To you, Xenacus. I was trying to see if you were in control, if you could use your form. Safely, responsibly.
in front of all of those people? That's not smart.
Well, no, it was a stress test. It was to see if that would, trigger, problems and see what happened. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Hey, you passed.
Yeah. No massacre that day.
Oh God.
No, it's okay. The town guard would have put you down very quickly.
One, no, they wouldn't have. Two, you've lost it.
Maybe I have. Coming here after Strahd himself.
Yeah. Is that why you're here? And he's gonna
Alone?
like.
Well, that bit was true, yes. It's not very often that you get the chance to travel through here. And I saw the window, and I took it.
How did you get here?
Every now and then, there is a way. A window, almost, a doorway, if you will, through the mists, that anyone can travel, much like, and he gestures to Esmeralda, the Vistani do.
Just happens to be a coincidence that you followed me here.
I've been here longer, so I think you followed me.
Well, that's just inconvenient.
Ara's thoroughly enjoying this right now.
But best friend on a horse.
Prig is going to, out of complete fascination at this hat trick that Rictavio did,
That's what he's focused on.
try to sneak over and like take the hat. He's very consistent.
He didn't discard it again, he just took it off and has it with him.
I know. I want to try to like sneak like and just like nip it.
Nip it?
Yeah.
Nick it.
Oh, nick it. Yeah,
nip it.
That wouldn't work, would it? He very deftly and quickly just like jerks it out of your reach. He's like, no. And he smirks knowingly. How would Asara feel if you went for her hairpin?
Oh, damn it! All right, I'm gonna take out my hairpin and put it in Horvin's feathers.
Nope, wrong bird.
I'm gonna put it in Grig's feathers.
Are you?
I am. I was like, that was my plan before you said that. As soon as Grig to take your hat.
Sorry. So close.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Well, then I just have to change the overlay a little bit here.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What?
Can I explain? Do I say?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, cool. So you see Asara's like normal, tall appearance with her like long blonde, almost platinum blonde hair, and her big blue eyes and all this stuff. You just see her go at like she takes it out, she puts it in Krig's feathers, and at the same time, like as she's changing down, Krig is changing up, and she goes
What?
from like this pale
What?
elf with like blonde hair and like red lips and stuff. She just goes all deep gray from the top down with red eyes, and her hair just goes absolutely from platinum blonde. You didn't think it could get any whiter, but it just goes absolutely white. And at the same time, and she gets like 6 inches shorter. And at the same time, Krig grows a little and he turns into Asara. And I'll be like, there, do you feel better?
What? Yes, this is awesome. What?
And Amaris is chuckling to himself. There you are. That's better. Doesn't it feel better?
Shut up. Knowing that he has a hat, she knows that he knows exactly what
Let
is
me
what. And it's
let me
like,
show you something on Roll20 that I've wanted to for quite some time. Oop.
What? The name.
What? You? Love it.
It's not very
Oh,
big.
damn
Sorry,
it,
chat.
I'm-
Oh, it's tiny on
Cut
chat.
diamonds with
Sorry,
those ears.
So
Okay.
I'm going to.
I can't make
I'm
it bigger than
going
that.
What have I got in my inventory?
Shit,
I need to throw,
gonna-
I need to throw
I-
something at her.
I have to find some. I have to find something that I can show to chat properly. Come here, come here.
Anything to throw?
As you're doing that.
Yeah, like Zeneca just throws a pack of rations at her.
I'm gonna be like, why?
What?
You turned into a dog.
And you knew about it.
But the first time,
That's true.
To help people, so that
I don't-
we knew each other and trusted each other.
I'm gonna be like, I don't even know you. Do you even know who I am? And I'm gonna reach out my hand to Craig and be like, hi, Asara. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Zezra.
What the hell is going on?
And then,
I'm afraid.
Ezra.
And Amaris is like, it's a beautiful name, Zizura. I'm afraid, everyone, Asara was pulling a bit of a fast one, such as I was. Although I don't know why. What did
Kinda
you
like-
What did you have to hide? Zizura?
Zezra.
Zizura. I'm sorry.
People where I'm from don't look fondly on Drow always.
Oh. Well, you must come and visit Waterdeep. It's much better.
Zeneca throws another pack of rations.
I'm gonna take the hairpin out of Craig and put it in Xenicus's hair.
Get your evil magics away from me.
Better as a blonde.
Right. I'm a witch too.
Rah.
I'm gonna get like really close to Xenicus's face and be like, that's right. Hold on.
Why are you
That's
all...
right. I'm a witch too.
You definitely hear a wolf growl from his throat, like his human throat,
Sorry, move out of the way.
and he just turns and looks at Craig, and he pulls out a feather to make sure. Are you?
How? Yes, as a matter of fact, it sounds like I'm the only one who doesn't have a secret identity.
And Vanta's like, I'm
Taking stock.
Lady Vanta Blackspire. Thank
Oh,
you very
yeah.
much.
So far,
No,
Exactly who I
that's
say I am.
Look, if we're all sharing, I am Lady Vanta Blackspire, yes, but I travel with these friends of mine, and she pulls out that treasure box that you all know very well. And she's like, I carry with me these spirits of long gone advisors who help me and my order through these objects that they are dwelling within. And she lifts it up, she opens up the thing and just slams it shut and goes very, very quiet.
I think we
That
all
was
gathered
not
that, so-
reassuring.
So I got halfway through and then I remembered I promised I wasn't going to do
We're
that.
committed. We're real committed.
Am I? Do I have a secret identity? Craig is now having an actual identity crisis. He's
am I,
seated.
am I
pretend he's
who I
actually a
think
Sahara.
I am?
I place the hairpin in his feathered palm and close it and pat it like I'm gonna be like and sit by the fire.
Oh wow, that is a raid coming in, everybody. Duck and cover, duck and cover.
Oh, good.
Ah,
Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you.
my goodness. My goodness. Hello.
Big hi, hello. Thank you. Roll for damage. Fantastic. Good to have you here. We are in Barovia. That's the tower of the old wizard Kazan. Having a interesting revelation and a sharing of backstory secrets unsurpassed so far. So, what is going on? What is going on next?
So
So
much.
cool. Sorry, yeah, so much is going on. Ice picks everywhere.
Definitely, he's going to, like, kind of roll the hairpin around in his hand a little bit, and like now he's gonna start kind of testing it. So like burying it in his feathers at like intervals, like trying to see like, okay, does it work here? Yeah, okay. Here? Yeah, just like completely washed out of everything else that's happening. Just
Don't break
playing-
that now.
playing with it like a kid with a new
Where did you
toy.
even get that?
Me?
Yeah, like that's just not like normal magic.
Octavia, where'd you get your hat?
Well, for one, it's Iamaris, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I guess it's been so long. Some boutique somewhere. Must have been Waterdeep Ape or Baldur's Gate or somewhere.
An old lady sold it to me.
An old lady. You want to watch those?
She's selling pies
I
too.
mean, No, that's your problem. My pin is not a problem, and then I'll take it out of Krieg's feathers and put it in my hair
Ah, I guess it's yours. Okay.
and turn back into Asara. Be like,
Yes.
so it's a pleasure to meet you. We trade secrets for secrets. Now, I know that you're a bloodthirsty wolf who's bent on murdering children, and you know that I'm a dirty drow who came up from the Underdark
Whoa.
to sacrifice people to Lol.
Wait.
And I'm a bird man.
Yes, you
What
are.
does that have to do? I don't think Venicus is bloodthirsty. I don't think you're dirty. What is that? Like,
Iamaris like frowns and he's like, Zezra, may we still use your real name if we don't get to see your real face at least? Stay with us a while, please. Come on.
Yeah,
Why do
maybe
you-
on my pen.
Why do
Like,
you speak
Use them and
so?
sniff.
Why do you speak so harshly of your kinfolk? There are many wonderful drow all up and down this land.
I've met plenty of nice ones, but I'm not from here. I'm not from this land.
And Axine kind of clip-clops over from behind Iamaris and she's like, you are from the Underdark?
Yeah.
It is where I picked up this accent. And she has a thick Menzoberranzan kind of area accent.
No one else finds the talking horse weird, right? Like Seneca's
Oh.
just staring at everyone. Like,
No stranger than the talking wolf
or the talking saber tooth.
or the talking bird.
Okay.
Seneca's huffs down.
We can all be weirdos together.
And Iamaris is like, I wouldn't say weird is the word for it. Unique. Fabulous. Special.
See, that sounds much nicer.
Yes, Craig, you're very special.
Well, no, we all are. That's the point. Thank you. But yeah, okay. I know I'm special. But what, like, so the Underdark is like literally the opposite of where I am from, where my people are from.
Oh, yes.
What on earth is that like?
Dark and wet
Right?
And
I would assume under, yeah.
Yeah. And bloodthirsty.
Oh,
But that was my adjective.
Maxine narrows her eyes and kind of looks up at the sky, at the dark clouds rolling by overhead.
Picturing this horse being contemplative.
She's looking up, but her nose is kind of in the way of the moon.
And she
This is
says,
such a weird situation we're all in.
"Ah, the Underdark. I remember it well. The Underdark is a vast, vast network of caverns, crevasses, lakes, entire kingdoms beneath our very feet. Well, at least, as was, this valley no longer is in the same plane as the Underdark. But up and down the Sword Coast, all of the Forgotten Realms, all of Faerun itself, this entire web of caverns and tunnels, and a great part of it is dull and featureless to look at, but there are such wonders. Creek, you wouldn't believe. Caverns that you could fly for hours and you wouldn't see the other side. Vast bodies of water containing... And Stephanie gets a Tarina. Vast bodies of water containing all manner of wonders and dangers alike. It is a spectacular place that, if, say, you were to come back around here around about February 18th and watch the new Out of the Abyss campaign, I think you would get a great deal of insight into what the Underdark is like. Sorry, couldn't resist. I wasn't planning to do that at all. I was just like, nah, I couldn't resist it.
I'm gonna be playing with Piccolo. Zezra's playing with Piccolo, and she's like, "Yeah, it's pretty." After Maxine goes into all this detail, she's gonna be like, "It's very nice."
but it's dark.
Yes.
That is true. Except for the natural phosphorescence of some of the fungi down there. Especially in the Myconid colonies, where they cultivate all
very
manner
well-educated
of...
horse.
I'm sorry, what was that, Esmeralda?
Very well-educated horse. Just a comment.
It is why the Harpers snapped me up so quickly.
I can
Wait,
see why
isn't
they
that
did.
supposed to be a secret society?
The Harpers?
Oh yeah, and then
Oh,
I'm
yes.
gonna pull out my like, it is.
It is
The most unsecret secret society.
one of the most clandestine groups and organizations up and down this entire realm. As was. My duties were to accompany Ayamaris, see if I could retrieve Agent Shattermast and return her, hopefully, between the hafts of a Vistani caravan. For I believe... I don't know. Esmeralda, is it the caravan itself or is it you that can go through the mist?
Well, my caravan came with me, but I have no horses.
No, just don't show off. I know what you do with your caravan.
Wait, do you just pull it? Looking at you, you're genuine like that.
I just
like
pull it. You didn't see me get here. It took a while.
strength, just like pulling this caravan along.
I'm actually super beefy, you guys.
Krieg is gonna look at, like, he's just been staring at Maxine, like, eyes just glazed over, and he's gonna look at Xenakis and say, "Yeah, I got about 25% of that." There's a lot of words in there that
Nothing.
Nice,
Krieg,
Krieg, and it's dark and
Krieg,
you
is
can
it not?
talk.
yeah, Krieg.
Have you joined us from the mountains with your friends, or did you come with these through the mists?
Oh, I came with them. Yeah, through the mist. I'm not from here.
And
Wait,
yes,
Oh, okay. It looked like your
I'm
camera
I'm
frozen.
waiting.
You were perfect. You were so perfectly still. I
Happening.
thought your camera had frozen. I was waiting for it to fix. It's just like that. That was it. It's like,
Be
wait.
thankful.
It was more of a like. It wasn't like he was telling someone to wait. It was more of a him going, wait, like
I
thinking
see.
to himself.
I see. And Imars is like, yes, Maxine has been left to run reconnaissance for herself. It's one of her specialities. She does a very good haunted horseman impression. It's not the one you saw. They did-
immediately like, what?
No. Um,
Has Maxine the whole time?
no. It is very easy to pretend there is a ghostly rider on your back when there is no rider at all. No, she has travelled far and wide in the valley here. Had a nasty run-in with those werewolves once, but managed to gallop back here before too much trouble. Yes, that was a close one. C'est à l'heure. I do not want to think of it.
Senecus just leans close to Craig and is like, I think she just said that there's more of you here.
Yeah, I think I saw them in a vision. Or maybe I saw them when we were moving this way.
I like how lackadaisical you are about that.
visions.
Ah, visions?
And you've had
told you
people
guys
mention them as well. Remember, Soldar and Yevgeny. Yevgeny has seen them.
Yeah, the hunters mentioned them back in Vallaki, and
I thought it was just rumors of them. I didn't realize we actually had confirmation.
Yeah, I
Oh.
did too. I misread that.
oh, they're here. We're how can I say this?
You're birds. You fly. You
Oh.
eat bugs.
Okay, yes, those are 3 facts about
And you
Aerocock.
control bugs.
Okay,
Is that an all arrow? Is that's just a you thing?
that last one's just me.
You lay
and my
eggs.
grandpa did that too.
Wait,
Your
Yes,
grandpa lays
my
eggs.
No, grandpa
No.
didn't lay eggs.
Everyone just yell facts about birds.
Um,
like,
like I say,
No.
I don't think the males lay eggs.
No, yeah,
That's
they
not right.
they don't.
Yeah, go crap, maybe they do. We don't know.
No. I'm not gonna let you guys confuse me. No. Okay.
Back off.
No.
I know my own people. I'm pretty sure we don't lay eggs. Or do we?
Aerocock are pretty. How can I say? Insulated.
well, yeah, you have all these feathers.
Okay. Insular. Our
Let
tribe
out.
is very insular. And we don't, at least mine never communed with any other tribes, at least on the coast. As far as I knew, we were the only ones. So I don't. There's no nice way to say it, but my parents always told me never to talk to Aerocock or outside the tribe. So
Was that just like a innate like distrust of foreigners, or was there a reason?
All the ravens are going, that's racist. That's racist.
yeah.
Foulest.
I don't know.
The
They
foulest
never,
woman.
if they had a reason, they never explained it.
But
Cat butt.
There it is.
Ready?
So indecent.
Yeah, no, if they had a reason other than would it be
Phallism?
xenophobia? I'm not sure.
Amaris shakes his head. Yes, unfortunately, there are groups of nearly every walk of life that are unwilling still to work with each other or make use of the rich tapestry of skills and culture that's out there. Esmeralda, Xenicus, you remember all the things that we've seen. Separately.
This has been a strange day. But I you Asara or Zeziza?
Ezra, wasn't it?
Please don't call me. Scratch that. Definitely call me Zeziza. And don't call me Zeziza.
Zezi. Excellent.
Zezzy, wow.
I'm
Zianezi.
just like, I'm smiling so big because I know he's doing it because he's bothered, but I'm also like, you fuck. 100%. The cheek.
Imars says to you all, well, I don't know about all of you, but I need a rest. And we should all rest inside. The mage who built this tower imbued it with all kinds of wards and protections that make it impossible to cast any magic or for any magical effects to breach its walls, save his own. And Vanta's like, yes, there's a suit of animated armor upstairs. And he looks, he's like,
What?
really? And then he looks again, like his eyes go wide again as he looks at Vanta properly for the first time. He's like, did you take my head out of the box? And Vanta's like,
What?
it's okay. I left it with the suit of armor.
Wait,
What are you talking about?
What?
that.
Your head is there.
No, not mine.
The other one.
There was a particularly nasty person who was involved in the abduction of my son. I took his head, and I used it to guide me to where I might find the rest of them. And much later, after a lot of fruitless searching, it was Esmeralda here who came to help, and it was together that we were able to track down Janda for the first time. Alas, too late to save my son. But we sent him to the hells. Through what means he came back, I don't know. But thanks to Lady Vanta's amulet of Ravenkind, he is trapped here, like all of the other souls. And Vanta looks questioningly. She's like, about that, I've heard mentioned a couple of times, and my queen mentioned something. And Aymar sighs. He's like, yes. Barovia is cut off from everywhere else. The only chance that any of us have of getting home or anywhere else is to end Strahd's hold on this place. Only then will the dark powers lower the barriers, the mists that block all of us from leaving, magically or otherwise. Only then can we maybe return home, back to the material plane.
Amulet looks like it would be good for that. That was impressive, Vanta.
I thank you.
I'm sure it'll definitely help, but I do have a lead on the whole he is the land, we need to reconsecrate these areas and take back that power away from Strahd.
Nyamaris looks very, very interested. He's like, what's this? This is not something I've heard of.
Oh, it is definitely a story.
Spit it out, spit it out.
I've seen a series of visions. Most recently after we burned down the bone grinder.
Bravo, bravo.
Yeah, that was something else. But it was a lady. She had black feathers for hair. And
He looks kind of questioningly towards Vanta, and she's like, no.
No, yeah,
And
not
that's been-
Vanta. She mentioned the Lady of the Thanes, and how she told me the story of how the hags were created and given the bone grinder in the first place. That we have to reconsecrate the area to take that power away from the hags and away from Strahd.
And Imaris looks towards Maxine. Maxine, didn't you have suspicions of something? And Maxine's like, yes, it was there was tales. I found an abandoned library that I was perusing through, and there was talk. I saw that. How? with her teeth. She just pulled it off the shelf, put it on the table.
Genius for Maxine.
Like the Xenakis is just like definitely like thinking to himself.
The
And-
implications.
And Maxine ignores you all, plows on.
Very good with coordination.
Although she's not a plough horse, I hasten
I
to
was
add.
gonna say it like plows on, yeah.
Not a plough horse. Not a plough horse. And she carries on. Yes, there was talk. There was a very, very old people that resided here in the valley, druid folk, and they worshipped ladies. 3, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds right.
She stomps a hoof on the ground. I knew it. I knew there was something there. Splendid. We have another tool, another strength that we can bring to our hand, bring against. God, I hate these woods at night. Another tool that we can bring to bear against the devil.
There are stone circles involved. I have a good idea, vaguely, of where they are. One's
Wait.
at the bone grinder. One's in the swamp. And one is in a mountain valley.
Vance is like, with my book. And
Yeah.
Imar says, look, Lady Vanta, I am no longer Rictavio, but my promise stands. We will regain what was taken from you. I believe it might be important. And she's like, of course it is. Look, all of you, we need to rest, above all else. Maxine will organize watches. Just please, do not venture from outside the tower. Especially, I believe you said you had destroyed the bone grinder, but not the hags?
That is correct.
If you wish to gain any rest, if you wish to get through this night without your minds being scoured, your very fears and nightmares brought to visit upon you, do not sleep outside that tower. They will be angry, and they will be looking to make your life miserable. Do you understand?
I walk into the tower.
Very clearly do we understand.
Thank you, Zezra. Now, all of you, please get some rest. Esmeralda and I must talk, but we will join you soon.
You have things to discuss.
And you will.
Xenakis at one point does like go up and like pokes Asara in like the back of the head, just like to see like is it like an illusion or is she physically someone else?
When I turn around, I'm gonna turn around. When he pokes me in the back of the head, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna be like, when we're in front of other people, you're not a dog, and when we're in front of people, I'm a Sara.
Have you changed back?
Yeah.
And then I put the pin in my head.
There we go. Oop. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
changing your token on the overlay.
Sorry.
He nods at that, but and then he pokes her cheek.
And you feel a slight push as you're kicked in the arse by a hoof. He's like, "You heard Imaris. Inside at once. Vite, vite."
Like so much like so much things are happening and he's so confused by it.
I'm gonna definitely give Xenakis a noogie.
And
Like,
you all.
like, and then he turns around, and then I like go like this, and I'm just release him, and I'm like,
he went limp. He's just like he's done for the day.
and then I drop him on the floor. I give him and then I drop him on the floor.
And you all start clearing the debris and things that are in that first floor of the tower and make enough room for you all.
All right, we made a mess.
It was already a mess, don't worry. And you start to get that ready and get your bedrolls out. And it's slightly creepy standing with those 4 golems just stood in the circle in the middle. But they are facing away from you, and they you can all face the wall. You know, don't look at them if you want. But as you do that, Amaris walks over to you, Esmeralda. Well, better than hoped.
Better than hoped.
I think you took it rather well.
It takes some time. I'm not gonna lie.
Apologies, I wasn't
What do we know?
thinking. I wasn't expecting you to also deal with revelations tonight.
Well, I'm glad I found out now instead of later. Seems to have been a night for revelations for everybody. This hasn't changed what we're doing.
No. Of course not.
And it doesn't change why I'm here. Came to help you.
And it was still a stupid
That's
thing
the
to
same.
do.
That's my choice, not yours.
Well, you're trapped here, so you're stuck with it either way. We're all trapped.
And I'm accepting it.
Is
Once
this
we
one of,
succeed.
is this one of
Should
those
find me.
moments where we're supposed to gloat that we're not trapped in here with them, they're trapped in here with us? I don't know. Anyway,
And we'll tell. I certainly plan to leave
their
eventually.
Taroka reading is coming true. It's as your friend in the camp said.
Did I hear? What did she say? She knows her cards.
Yes, you know, when your friend back in Madame Eva's camp told us that they were coming and told us of their readings and that they would find the artifacts. We only found one, but it seems they are already well on the way. That cleric of theirs, Vanta, she's already uncovered
Oh,
the
that one.
uncovered the second one. It was right here, under our very noses. Although she came at it with the benefits of the card reading, so she had information that we did not, of course.
Good thing to look at my cards.
Don't mess with them too much, please. Although, very well done
Well, I'm aware of
today.
the risks.
I was very happy for your aid.
Sometimes fate is kind.
I'm just concerned. Janda's spirit was destroyed,
She should be able to
But-
come back.
but was the sunlight? I mean, I know the amulet is supposed to give off pure sunlight. It's supposed to be the real thing, but what if he's still out there somewhere? And the way you're looking off across the lake,
Mm.
and you can see the mountains. Let me bring that picture up again because I love it. Dun-dun-dun. The tower. Oop. You're just staring off at those mountains across the far side of the lake, which look quite Vietnamese.
Didn't
I was
it?
thinking.
You actually look like Helen Bay.
Our Esmeralda's over in Vietnam. It is a bit Howlong Bay, isn't it? Yeah. I was in Howlong Bay on Christmas Day. Not this one.
You really?
A long time ago, but yes.
It is much.
It's an
Oh,
interesting,
still last
interesting way
year.
to spend Christmas. So anyway, you see him look slightly remorseful, and he's like, "You're right. I should have told you. This is why I drove you away that night in the woods when Xenacus was there sleeping. It wasn't anything to do with him, although I suppose it was. But look, he did not do this maliciously
What did he say?
or out of any evil inclinations, okay? He was not in control. And I
Can get that easily.
foolishly thought I could help him get a hold of what was going on. I hoped that we could work together and use these powers to make us even more effective. I understand your enemy, you know, but I don't know. Well, I should listen to my own advice, shouldn't I? I'm sure there are some lovely werewolves. I hope I'm one of them. I try. Xenacus, whilst lacking
sure
some
you do.
control still, it does seem to be better than when I left him. Or when he left me, I should say.
I have no basis of comparison, but just as friends, what we saw today, and perhaps, well, he chose well, clearly, or they chose him well. So perhaps there's some hope for him. Sometimes I think
Indeed.
you're too optimistic for your own good, but in this case, I hope I'm wrong.
We shall see. We shall see.
Shall.
Look, we must help them. I will continue my researches, trying to pull together everything that you, Maxine, the others have found out. And you must accompany them. Please, stick with them at least a while.
Let's try and make sure they don't provoke any more hags.
At least. They're going to the swamp. You know who lives there. Babalai Saga is not a force to be messed with.
Oh, indeed.
But I meant what I said. I believe Lady Vanta's relics are important. She hasn't spoken candidly about what she plans to do, but maybe something new is what's needed. So many have come before. You remember the tale of Mordenkainen I told you? Even the mighty mage himself. He kind of looks up nervously, thinking that the ghost of Kazan will bring the tower down on him. So I am the mightiest mage now. Even Mordenkainen couldn't best him. But he looks around again nervously again. That arrogant fool didn't have what we have. Allies, information. Just rushed in all on his own, supremely confident in his own abilities. I'm not counting the poor...
Rushing on his own. Very
Well,
foolish indeed, wouldn't you agree?
I'm not counting the poor village folk he dragged along with him, although God knows why he did that. What he expected them to do, I have no idea. Look. We must find out what we can do. We must help them gain the rest of the artifacts. We must help Krieg reconsecrate these Ladies of the Fanes, stone circles. And, there's so much to do. But we must act fast. You know, Strahd has spies everywhere.
You'll be looking for us, I'm sure.
I'm...
Before long.
I don't think of your folk as I used to. You and countless others have proven themselves over and over again. There are many, many fine Vistani, but here in Barovia, we just can't know. We have to be careful. I can only talk to those that you've vouched for.
We'll continue to let you know who can be trusted.
Yes, I hope Madame Ava and the others will be able to bring something together for when the time comes. But for
Or
now,
not to.
she'll just have to keep on aiding adventurers. And if this lot isn't the right lot, maybe we just have to wait till the next lot come through. Although, I hope not. Sooner rather than later, huh? Let's get it done. And then we can get back.
I like these ones.
Yeah. They're a bit hardier, a bit sturdier than the last lot, eh?
That is a strange one.
Yes. And then you hear another voice up above you on the scaffolding. Oh, I don't know. I quite like her. And you look up.
Next scene.
You look up, and sitting atop the scaffolding, legs dangling over the side, little off to the right of you both, is Strahd von Zarovich. He pushes off and does a similar thing that Janda did off the wall, and misty forms down onto the ground and reforms in front of you both. And Iamars has immediately come up and gone for his cane sword, and Strahd is like, please, let's not be rash. For your sake. Well,
What are you doing here?
look. I didn't know that my lands were being graced by such celebrity. The great Iamars. And you are?
Someone perhaps not as great. But try. Well,
Well, you've come to quite the place to test your mettle. Where is she?
she.
Those little friends of yours have scuttled inside this tower. He flings his hand against the wall. There's a shower of sparks as his long nails leave scratches along the stonework, but he cannot get within, as Iamars knew well when he chose this as a base. Firms his jaw, stands up straighter. Oh dear, Count. Not invited. Strahd. No, but no matter. You can't hide forever. And when you come out, I will be waiting. No matter what you have. No matter who you're with. You. And his hand lashes out and grabs you, Esmeralda, by the scruff of your throat and just lifts you bodily off the ground. Who you're with. And he casts you into the water at the edge of the lake. You just cartwheel across and splash into the water. Yeah. And he just pushes a palm up against Iamars' chest and just pushes him up against the stonework and then scrapes him up the side of the tower, just holding him there. And Iamars is just defiant, just like clenching his jaw. You will never be enough. You will never have enough. I am the land. This is my realm. And whoever thinks they can come in here and do anything to me is very much mistaken. Now, when you're ready, he pulls, and Esmeralda, you're kind of pulling yourself out the water, just on all fours, crawling up out of the edge of the water. You see him pull out this very fine, very good paper stock envelope with his crest stamped in wax on it. When you're ready, you're invited for dinner. And he places the envelope on the scaffolding by his side. Now, good evening. And he pulls Amaris back and just slams him against the tower. And then whoosh, into a swarm of bats. And whoosh, off to the east, back towards Castle Ravenloft. And we shall stop there, as Amaris crumples unconscious to the floor, and Esmeralda hastily wades out of the lake towards him. Thank you, everybody.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
How long was he there for?
Well,
I guess it doesn't matter.
question. Okay.
Not
Oh,
gonna
well,
say no to a
shit.
free dinner though. Free,
Fine, the food is
a free
great.
meal is always good.
There will be no pies there.
Then it's not worth going.
Now, remember, he gave
Not
the
doing
hags.
it.
He gave the hags their start. He started the whole pie industry.
John, no.
Ooh yeah.
Pie buffet. No. Thank you, Colby. Yes, get those pies. Get those pies out on display. Okay, everybody. A huge thank you for everyone who came by, especially right at the end there. What a fantastic, fantastic opportunity to have all of the lovely folk from Roll for Damage come raiding. And thank you so much for sticking around, those who joined us. Sorry you just caught the end of things, but it was a nice ending, I hope you find. And thank you for all of the follows from everybody. Thank you so much. And I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you fancy some more, do come back tomorrow night, as we're down lower. Thanks to the fellow Cyclops. Down lower, not in the Underdark, lower still, extraplanary lower, lower. That's not an adverb. And you will find us in Avernus for our continuation as things ramp up and escalate towards the end of Descent into Avernus. Then, next Tuesday, join us after the many, many revelations that were had, not just here, but in Icewind Dale as well, last Tuesday, as the party find themselves in East Haven, trying to figure out what's going on aside from the never-ending winter. We'll be up in East Haven in Icewind Dale for Rime of the Frost Maiden on Tuesday. And then, next Thursday, we will be back in Barovia to continue this little story of ours. Now, let us pay forward that love and thank the raid by going a-raiding ourselves. Let's have a look-see. Who is around at the moment here? Okay, we have... Skeptic Glamour, but we were there on Tuesday. I don't know. Is everyone in the mood for a chill out of nice, like the relaxing zone outs of a few speed runs? Our absent player Emma, her good friend the Baronade, is doing those speedruns, always going for those new times, those new records in Super Mario 64. So, if you fancy a little retro speedrun to end your evening or start your day wherever and whenever you are, stick around for the raid. Give them a follow, give them some love, and if you've got them, send those phoenixes flying as we go raiding over there. Let me get that set up, and then we can say a last goodbye here. The Baronade. Okay, boom. That's a tick-tocking. Sorry, there's me automatically putting a space between them. There is no space. Dum dum dum. Okay, so, yes, thank you everybody, and we will see you all next time here on Phoenix Iwaki. And I hope you had a lovely time with us and continue to do so. As I say, stick around for the Baronade and enjoy those speedruns. And as we like to say around these parts, oyasumi nasai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Minasai.
Take it easy. Bye.